Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right. Welcome to today's episode of Shay's Wellness Club Q&A, where we are your one-stop shop for all things wellness and all that good stuff. Hello, everyone. I pray that everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to give some people time to come in and just let me know if you guys have any questions. For those that don't know, I am Shay Cuts of Shay's Wellness Club, and I'm here to those help people, women and men, lose weight naturally through my own personal advice, guidance, and expertise. I've lost over 60 pounds for over 5 years now. And I'm just here to help you guys reach the level of consistency and faster than me. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And I do appreciate those that have been sending in their questions on social media. If you haven't, I'm Shay Cuts on all social media. So if you have any questions on, meal preparation, weight loss strategy, wellness strategy overall, let me know. And I would love to help you reach your success. I would love to help you reach your goal weight. Okay. So how is everyone doing today? Make sure you are giving this a like, a share if you care. We are getting ready for our upcoming master class or webinar or whichever you would like to call it. But we are getting ready to do something that I'm going to be helping you guys with. And all that good stuff. Feel free to leave a comment and stuff. We are streaming on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube today. So if you are able to, give it a share, whether it's on Twitter, anywhere. Just give this a share and stuff. And let me know if you guys have questions. I have some questions that I'll be answering live. And today we're going to be talking about mindful eating in social settings. A lot of us do have that issue with when we go out of indulging in more than indulging. I'm trying to say this in the right way. We have an issue sometimes with indulging when we go out to eat or when we're out with friends or we're out celebrating. And sometimes that one day messes us up for a while. Someone recently came to me and was like, Sade, man, wait, let me hold on. That's better. So someone recently came to me and was like, hey, Sade, oh, thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it. Came to me and was like, man, my birthday had passed like a month ago. And I am having issues with getting back on track. Like I had, someone made me a cake and I loved it. It was so good. And well, I took it home. I had so much left that I just was eating on it every day and stuff like that. And then after I ate my cake, I got some cupcakes for the next week. And then after the next week, they had, what did she say? And then I'm like, oh man. And then I started liking sodas again. Because when I had a sandwich, I had a craving for something sugary. And I got a case of soda. So I'm here to help with those crazy cravings we have after an event, after just after having to indulge when we know we can't, but we do it anyway because it's a special event, and you don't want to tell your friend or like, oh, I don't want a cake or anything like that. So I'm going to go over some tips on how I avoid that, because especially when especially the holidays coming up, I have something fun for you guys to help you push through that the holiday issues as well, because holidays, that's when I have to really holiday times are when I really have to put in my focus and discipline, because we all know the holidays are coming up, and a lot of us are worried about Thanksgiving and stuff. But for a lot of us, that discipline holiday starting around Halloween, when we have to worry about candy and sweets and just comfort food and movie night junk and all that stuff. Because me, I love October's is when I love going to the movies. I love like having a good snack and stuff. So we're gonna go over some healthy and smarter snacks as well. So if you stay till the end, you can get all the gems and the code to get my free recipe ebook, where we have some delicious meals in there that you guys can have and try. Okay, so like I've had times where I've had to go out for dinner or an event, and I had to make tough decisions and you'd be surprised how such a little thing is a tough decision. But it really, for me and those that are like me, one decision can mess you up for the whole week. For instance, I went to an event recently where it was like brunch, and I realized let me see. Everybody, well, see, okay, I'm not someone that likes like chicken and waffles and stuff like that. But we were going to a brunch and stuff, and everybody ordered their drinks and stuff like that. Me, I no longer drink, so saying no to like mimosas and stuff. For one, I don't know about y'all, but when I go to brunch and they have like bottomless mimosas, I I don't know, this stuff be just watered down to me, because I remember, because like a bottomless mimosa is like $30 or something like that. So you can get as many, as you want, and it be all right. There you go. And so one, I didn't want to waste my money on mimosas when it's really just juice and a little champagne. So to avoid that, what I did was just get myself my own drink. So when I go out with friends and stuff like that, instead of getting something alcoholic, I give me a cute little mocktail and call it a day. Because sometimes we just want something in our hand to sip on and look cute with as well. So I always suggest just a little something like that. A mocktail is really good, or just say a virgin this and that is really good, or a water with lemon, or a soda with, you know, a little bit of this, because sometimes we just like the aesthetic of us drinking and going to the bar and stuff like that. So we have that as well. A tough food decision is when I go to a restaurant and I know, going to a restaurant anywhere, I always try to identify if what's on the menu. I always have in mind that I'm gonna get either salmon if it's offered, and if I don't see salmon, I get like a baked chicken or something like that, chicken breast. I really try to avoid pasta, because when I have pasta when I go out, it makes me want to eat it when I go home. So I always try to make sure I'm kind of like make a little strategy on when I go out to eat. Also setting a budget. Well, of course, setting a budget like that and everything. But my go-to stuff is always salmon. Like I always say, it's my favorite thing to cook, and that's my favorite thing to eat when I go out to eat. One, it's low calorie, high in protein, and it goes good with any salad, stuff like that. Now, when it comes to carbs, a lot of us like to have salmon and like mashed potatoes. So I try not to get mashed potatoes because what? It has a lot of butter, it has a lot of salt, it has a lot of added stuff to it. I always try to avoid loaded potatoes as well. So if you do get a potato, get it without the sour cream, get it without the extra butter and stuff like that. Me, I've fallen in love with if they have a baked sweet potato. I think is a very good alternative to a regular potato. But if they have a sweet potato, I don't get it loaded, meaning I don't get it with brown sugar, I don't get it with extra butter, and I don't get it with, sometimes they add a lot of extra stuff. That's adding those extra stuff like extra butter, extra mayo, extra this, extra that is what makes a healthier meal heavier, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So if you could be mindful of when you eat and go out to eat, you can actually go out to eat and eat whatever you want of them, if that makes sense. Because you can actually eat whatever you want if you're mindful. Hey, thanks for joining. I see you, Ara. I see you, King. I see you, Muhammad. I see you over there. Thanks for joining. Make sure you give this video a like, a share if you care, because this is a way I'm trying to help people lose weight naturally. Okay. Someone recently was thanking me for doing these lives and stuff, because it's so many influencers that are out here that are telling people how to lose weight, but don't really tell them the real way they lost weight, such as, Ozempic or weight loss surgery and stuff like that. And it was like, you actually, went through it, because a lot of the stuff you're talking about, I'm thinking about that too. I'm going through that as well. I'll be having anxiety just by, deciding if I want to do this or do that. Or I contemplate at the gym whether people staring at me or not. I've been through all of that. What is a proper way? A proper way to lose weight naturally is, well, it's not quick. It's not a 2-day, 1 week, 1 month fix. It's consistency in your eating habits, first and foremost. What I always tell my clients and customers and my wellness club members, and you guys as well, we got to keep it in the kitchen. We have to start in the kitchen. And before we even start in the kitchen, we have to start at the grocery store. That is our first line of defense for all of this. A lot of you guys that checked out my live yesterday, you guys went with me to the grocery store and going through a meal prep grocery list, starting from, can I eat grilled chicken every day? Grilled chicken is a good source of protein. When I first started meal prepping, that's a great question. Thank you, Cannibal Gar. Please forgive me if I messed up your name. But someone asked, can I eat grilled chicken every day? So when I did that, when I first started meal prepping, I cooked chicken that whole week. The second week, I just cooked chicken wings. And the other week, I just cooked chicken. I was turning into a chicken. So I would always say grilled chicken is a really good start. But if you're someone that wants to do this for a long period of time, switch up your proteins. Chicken is really good. Chicken breast is really good, of course. Turkey is really good protein. Salmon is a really good protein. It's one of my favorites. And also, of course, you can't go wrong with vegetables and veggie proteins as well. Yes, thank you. So making tough decisions when going out to eat. So I always try to make sure that thank you for liking the live. Appreciate it. When I decide on my sides, because the sides can mess you up as well. So I always try to aim for at least a vegetable that I like. So once I start switching from pastas to salmons and pastas to like just grilled chickens, I used to be a big mashed potato. Ooh, I used to love me some mashed potatoes or a baked potato. What I did with that going out to eat was replacing it with vegetables. So now I have either asparagus, some, and you can, have fun with this, and you don't have to go out to eat. I'm just saying for this particular segment, I'm talking about being mindful eating while in a social setting. So, and plus it makes you look classier too when you eat the healthier things. So like if you go to a social setting and you're going to like a brunch, I like to look cute with my salmon and veggies, or especially if you're going to a dinner, like a dressed up dinner, a ball, or a conference, anything like that. People look at how you're eating as well, and you don't want to be eating no chicken wings and finger foods and just looking, just comfortable sometimes, a little too comfortable, or even on a date. Now that is something that I learned super late, because that's a social setting as well. How you eat is kind of important when you're going on a date, especially for when someone's new. You want to come off as classy, or come off as well, men, I guess it don't matter how they eat, but for us ladies especially, you don't need the hot wings and the big burgers and stuff like that. Now that was a game changer for me. When I stopped eating burgers and stuff like that, I used to straight eat like double cheeseburgers on dates and stuff. And I was like, girl, what is you doing? Okay. I remember one time, I went on this date, and I took a big bite. I took a big bite out of this bacon cheeseburger, to the point, not even to the point, but the first bite ate was kind of big, right? Being a big back. And I was a bit of a big back in the day. And he was like, wow, that was a big bite. And I was like mortified in my head. I'm like, girl, why are you eating like you at home? So being mindful of how we eat, what we eat when we're out is so important, because even to this day, I'm like, girl, don't be eating like that. Even with my husband now, I'm like, we got to keep it cute, especially when we're going out. So yes, when we are mindful of those tough decisions, so like if someone asked over here on Facebook, what is a good side to pick instead of, if you don't like asparagus or potatoes? So I like, let me see. It's a carb still, but sweet potato is healthier than a regular white potato. You try to want to stay away from the white items, if that makes sense. So no white rice, brown rice if you can, long rice if you can, asparagus if you don't like asparagus, string beans, broccoli. Even though broccoli is man-made, it's still a better alternative. And asparagus, carrots, they have carrots and stuff. Or you can never go wrong with a good salad. You could never go wrong with ordering a good salad. That's something that I just now. Oh, thank you so much for the love, you guys. Thank you so. You can't go wrong with a good salad. Okay. Now, the only time you can go wrong, Lord, don't get blocked. Whoever this is. Okay. Ark. All right. Anyways, you can't go. The only time you can go wrong with picking a salad is if you add way too much white sauce. Pause. If you add too much dressing. Now, me, I'm known as Sashi Shay. I love. Thank you. I don't know, but see, they call me Sashi Shay because I love sauce on everything, right? So when it comes to salads, I have to make sure, my rule of thumb, especially going out to eat, no ranch, no ranch, no French dressing. Okay, you getting blocked. Thank you. Okay. Wow, my first block. But but see, when I get no ranch and stuff, one, the rule of thumb that I've been told is that white sauce carries more calories, right? So a lot of people don't know that the dressing is what gives the salad all the calories. So I do more so balsamic vinegar. Even on on any salad, I feel like balsamic is good on all salads. Oil and vinegar, boring but very low calorie as well. Lemon juice is surprisingly good. Like a lot of this stuff I had to learn throughout my journey. One second. One second. Hello. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're back. So we made sure that we're mindful of even the salads we're eating, because a lot of us don't know. You know how those people, we all know somebody that puts like, do you want salad with that dressing? Because they put too much dressing on it. I knew one person that just loved to drench their salads with ranch. Very healthy salad, but once you add all that, well, she was very skinny as well. But a lot of us do that. We add too much dressing to our salad. So that's a good way to decrease the calories when you're doing that. Um, how do you handle pressure from others or temptation, and how it made you feel after? Okay, so well, that's a good question. So handling pressures from people, such as when it comes to alcohol. I talked about that a little bit ago, where we all get pressure to drink and stuff when we're going out. And if you're like me that don't drink anymore, or minimizing their drinks altogether, a good way is to just have another drink, an alternative drink with, when you order. Okay. Or just have a water. First of all, no one should pressure you to be drinking. If you truly do not want to drink, if you truly don't like to be tipsy and stuff like that, you could say, no, I'm good. One, if you're someone that likes to drink to get drunk or tipsy, I don't like drinking while I'm eating anyway, because it kind of wasted my money. I don't like to drink my glass of wine, have my nice little buzz, and then eat and it's gone. But I mean, hey, that's me, right? Who else is like that? um Also, let me see. Also, let me know what's your favorite dinner when you go out to eat. What is your favorite dinner to go out to eat? It doesn't have to be healthy. Just I would like to know. Let me know in the comments. But yes, handling temptations and pressure, just always getting an alternative. When you have a plan, when you go out to eat or just going out, period. Hello? Oh. Okay. So when you have a plan, when you're going out to eat in general, make sure that this phone hung up. Oh, he might be outside. Excuse me. Sorry, you guys. Let me get this back. Y'all left me. Okay. So sorry about that. My client picked up their meals. Okay, so we were talking about anyway. Oh yes, pressures and temptations on and how did it make you feel after. Now to the ones that when we some of us so some of the ones that don't know how to don't know how to take no, I would always just suggest that you take note of that and probably stop going out with them. If some people really can't understand that you're saying no to alcohol, or you just being more mindful when you eat, because I've definitely gotten looks like, oh, you're getting a salad today, or oh, just because you ordered a whole pizza for yourself, and I decided to just get a salad and some something, or just because I decided to just be got me a salmon and a salad, and you got a whole pizza that I didn't want to share with you. That's just, it sounds like a you problem. Okay, I'm really trying to be disciplined here. So for those that like, how did you feel after? I felt bad at first, and I'm like, why am I feeling bad for saying no about something that is for me? You know what I mean? So let me get that out the thing. So I always just suggest that you stand on what you want to do. This is your body. This is your choice, and this is what this is your lifestyle. So I always suggest be around people that don't judge you from, first of all, why are people judging you and looking at you weird for the way that you're eating? And it says even more about a person if they are shaming you for not drinking. One, it's kind of like not a misery likes company type of thing, but a habit type of thing. I used to be, the friend that always used to like to drink and stuff. But also it's a game changer on realizing what kind of people are around you. You'd be surprised even by you saying, "Oh, I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink." How people cut you off just from that. And that's something you definitely should take note of. It's something that you definitely should be mindful of, and keep in mind that this journey is yours. Okay, you're trying to lose weight for you and nobody else. So if there's some things you have to let go in order to see your results, that's some things you have to let go. When I cut my liquor intake, and I'm talking about, like, I used to like to go out to drink like every weekend, every other weekend, definitely a few times a month, right? Once I cut it over 70-80%, I start feeling so much better, more energy, more energy, more consistent with my weight loss, and even with my, not cigarettes. Ugh, never like cigarettes, but even with smoking weed or whatever, like, you're more consistent. There used to be times where I couldn't wait to stop. I cut gym sessions a little early just to make sure I had time just to hurry up and come home so I can smoke or whatever, or to have a drink. I'm like, oh, I got me a nice cold glass of wine waiting for me when I get home. I'm ready to just get off this thing now. Okay. So it really does help with your mindset as well when you let some of these things go. When I, not eating pork and stuff, because some people like to share like their food or go half on food or something. So sometimes it's like, no, I don't eat that. Or like when we do pizzas and stuff, I'm like, I don't eat pork, I don't eat beef. I want a veggie pizza, okay? You know what I mean? So don't feel bad if you're trying to change your lifestyle, okay? Because you're going to be the one in 6 months go by, right? You both have the same problem, but you're the disciplined one. You're going to be the one that feels better, looks better, gets approached more, have more opportunities within 6 months than the other person that didn't think they had to make any changes. Because how are you supposed to um, see consistency? How are you supposed to see a weight loss if you're not consistent? And being consistent sometimes is saying no to some things, and that's okay. Okay. So guys, let me know if you these tips help. Your favorite tip. And I still haven't seen favorite what is your favorite meal that you like when you go out to eat? Well, you guys already heard mine. My favorite meal to go out to eat. Hey Lex. Hey Ash, thanks for joining. My favorite meal when I go out to eat is salmon and asparagus. Or if I'm being real honest, salmon and like a baked potato. No, a sweet baked potato. Anyways, um, okay, so someone asked me, what are your top 2 tips for staying with your goals without feeling restricted or left out? My favorite ones are without feeling left out or restricted. That's a good one. My favorite tips for staying true to my goals. My favorite tips to staying true to my goals is drinking a whole, I was gonna say whole gallon, a whole bottle of water, or a full, or I don't have my, I'll be forgetting my gallon of water when I come, and I got all water to drink. But drinking a full gallon of water, drinking a full bottle of water or a full cup of water before I eat anything makes me feel better after whatever I ate. So like say if we're out to eat or at an event, at a social setting and we're eating, I drink a lot of water first. That way I'm not like scarfing down my food. Cause you know how when you're hungry and you just bashing, you know what I mean? So I like to minimize that. Minimize the bashing is the best thing to do. Another one I like to do to without feeling restricted. Picking the tastiest meal on the menu that's healthy. That's why I like salmon, because it takes a lot for you to get salmon wrong. Like your restaurant sucks if you can't get a salmon right. And most places I like the salmon because overcooked is dry. I don't like dry salmon. When it comes to steaks, I don't like mine too cooked. That's chewy. Mm-mm. But if you pick something, and then plus when you eat good, you feel so good after. Like there's a difference when I eat fried chicken and after I eat baked chicken. Now, someone's gonna be like, "Yeah, right. You don't feel no different." But this is your homework. Eat a meal that's healthy, and then eat a meal that sucks. Not sucks, but like something fried or something, right? And then just really be mindful of how you feel after you eat it. When I eat a lot of fried stuff or a lot of heavy sugar or heavy dairy stuff like that, I'm like real attitudey, just snappy. I gotta, just I don't feel right. And the more mindful you are of how you feel after you eat a meal, it's gonna make this wellness journey a lot easier. So, what is another tip that you can give me that you haven't mentioned already? Um, always make sure you're eating protein with every meal you're eating. A good protein. And a lot of people are sleep on turkey. Turkey is a really good protein. Um, then they be like, Sade, it's my real name. What is like what turkey do you eat? I'm not talking about processed turkey meat. I'm not talking about turkey sandwiches. I'm talking about ground turkey. That's lean ground turkey. Uh, turkey legs are good. I can bash a turkey leg. Okay. Um, so turkey. Okay, so like for instance, since you've watched this far, I'm gonna let you know some good turkey foods. Turkey meatballs, turkey meatloaf, um, turkey protein bowls. So like you know how you go to Qdoba or Chipotle, Cava, and they have like ground, you know, you have them like nice little burrito bowls or whatever. Replace ground beef with ground turkey. That's less sodium and it's lean meat as well. A lot of people ask me, well, I don't like ground turkey because it don't have no flavor. You just gotta add a little extra seasoning to it. It's not that your healthy food is nasty. It's the fact that you don't know how to season healthy food. I'm just saying. Let me see. Now, if you're someone that is fasting, or and for those that are looking to get into fasting but don't know where to start, I have a downloadable that you can have where it explains the different fastings and also some meals that can go good with your fast. Fasting mainly is skipping breakfast. Skip breakfast, and that first meal has to be good. Let that first meal be the healthiest meal of the day, which is important. Like all our doctors say, breakfast isn't the best meal of the day. Your first meal is the best meal of the day because that is your fuel to start the rest of your day. Um, and making sure you drink water first. Excuse me. Make sure you're drinking water first. Okay. When eating these meals, all meals. My number one tip is always to drink water before every meal, whether you're eating 2 times a day, 3 times a day, 5 times a day. Breakfast, water. Lunch, water. Dinner, water. Snack, water. Veggies and fruit snack, not fruit snacks, but a fruit as a snack, water. Once you drink that, it helps flush out everything. And we're going to go into our last part, which is the snack hacks revealed. Okay. Thank you for staying to the end and watching the replay to the end because I'm going to give you some snack hack that really helps with those cravings and just picking the wrong thing. So before we go, I'm going to show you one of my go-to healthy snacks that takes under 5 minutes, keeps me full and satisfied from the cravings. You want to write this one down. So, a great snack that I like, we can go like chips and dip. Okay, a lot of us know about chips and dip, right? But we don't. We need to know the right types of chips and dips that we like that will really work for us. So, I like when it comes to dip, I like hummus. Um, you can make your own dip with bean dip. Actually, is a really good dip. A good bean dip. Hummus is a good dip. Cheese, no, because it's high in not high in carbs, high in not sodium. For instance, when I have a lot of cheese or a lot of milk chocolate, it breaks me out. So if it breaks you out, it's best to not eat it as a dip, because that's an excessive amount that you're eating. Chips wise, I wouldn't even say baked chips, even though that was a good transition for me from going from me. I used to love Lay's. I used to love Doritos. I used to still love my hot flaming Cheetos when I'm on a cheat day. So a good alternative to those kind of things like chips, blue corn chips are surprisingly good. I didn't even know there was blue corn, but they have blue corn chips. That's a really good alternative. And it's less calories, and it's not fried, it's baked, if I'm not mistaken. So when you have that with like your hummus, if you have that with like your bean dip, it's really good alternative. Even if you go to like Qdoba or something like that, instead of getting their chips, get you some blue corn chips, and that'd be a little better as well. Another healthy snack that I like. Hey Verity, thanks for joining. Well, you can't go wrong with your favorite fruits and vegetables. Okay. Also, a fun snack that I like, which you have to be careful because too much of anything, even the healthy snacks, can be too much. But say I just discovered, well, we know whipped cream, right? But I just found out they have it's not dairy, it's almond whipped cream. Almond whipped cream. I put it like on a plate, like almond whipped cream with dark chocolate chips. I don't know what that is, but it's like a good, sweet, crunchy snack. I don't know. But that's something that I do like. So that's a good one. I'm going to tell you guys some weird snacks because who knows, someone else might like it. I'm just now liking sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is good. Kimchi is really good, but that's not really these aren't really snacks. But when I started my weight loss journey of over 50 pounds, I started liking avocados. At first, I used to always just have not hummus. I would only just have not salsa. Salsa's a good one too because it's tomato and peppers and stuff like that. That's a good salsa. Pico de gallo is really good. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm just now realizing at my age that soul food is probably the most unhealthiest food there is, if I'm not mistaken. Why? Because the majority of soul food is fried, heavy in pork, heavy in salt and sodium, and other things. So when I go to like Mexican places, the only thing that's unhealthy on that side is the heavy cheese and dairy. So if I have like a bowl with no sour cream, light or no cheese, I'm good because the main dish is vegetables, beans, and stuff like that. Mediterranean, chickpeas, peppers, hummus, stuff like that. So it really depends on what your taste buds are. But it's really kind of cool when you get used to trying different things. Like at first, I didn't like blackberries. I didn't eat avocados by themselves. Now I have avocado. I like it with a little hot sauce. Red onions, way better than regular white onions because red onions are better for the heart. I'll always emphasize to my wellness warriors to eat colors as much as possible. So peppers, pretty colors, purple cabbage is really good. There's no taste difference, but eating the colors is really good for our skin and it's really good for our organs, right? Beans, really good for that too. So if you're someone that's interested in some recipes, and for joining today, I have some free recipes for you. You just send me the word recipes, and I have a meal prep ebook that you can have for free. But also, and a lot of the things that I mentioned today are in that. Okay, and one dish that surprised me that I love, stuffed peppers. Stuffed peppers were surprisingly good. So stuffed peppers I make with ground turkey. You know what? Um, Ground turkey and bell peppers. Really good and filling as well. Low calorie and everything like that. Also, knowing, thank you for watching. Thank you for the love as well. Make sure you like this video. Yeah, and share this to a friend, even if it's to Twitter. It still counts. Okay, so a question I want you guys to answer in the comments. What is one social situation where you find the hardest to stick to? Is it a barbecue, girls' night, wedding, vacation, lunch, work lunches? What's a real hard social setting that these tips may help you in? Brunch, shoot, I didn't think about it. Sunday dinners, because sometimes at church, there's not always healthy options. So let me know in the comments what are your top places or the hardest places you find in social situations where it's hard for you to eat healthier. Once we identify some of these places, sometimes we come back to them and we're like, wait a minute. Shay said, if I just drink some water before I eat, I might eat less of this. Or, instead of getting the stuffed or loaded potato, I'm going to try the, what's it called? The green beans. I'm gonna try the sweet potato this time. I'm here to help you lose weight naturally through healthier options with eating. So if you're someone that's looking for a weight loss specialist, a wellness specialist, just someone that's helping guide you through this wellness journey, I'm here, your accountability bestie, Shay Cuts with STL Green Eats. Your one-stop shop for all things wellness. Feel free to follow me if you haven't already, and click the bell for when I go live. I plan on going live every day for October, not for as long as now, but I am going to be dropping some gems. Sometimes I'm at the grocery store giving you guys tips. Sometimes I'll be at the gym giving you guys helping. I'm thinking about those stretches and stuff, but we are all doing everything in shayswellnessclub.com, where I'm going to be having my workouts. In shayswellnessclub.com, I have my workouts, my meal plans, and also a lot of motivational stuff too, because this is all not just about weight loss and wellness. This is about mental. This is all mental as well, because once we feel better, we're better and more successful, and we can't get. And all of us is trying to make money, right? We all trying to get to a bag. So we can't. One, we can't get to our bag if we're not feeling well, and two, we can't get to the bag if we're not mentally there. So I'm here to help people navigate this thing called life, help navigate this thing called a lifestyle shift, a mindset shift, and all that. So I appreciate everyone for joining today, and I pray that you do well. I will see you tomorrow. And feel free to continue on sending me your questions. Make sure you put God first. Give someone a great compliment. You get great energy back. And also, share this to a friend or let someone know about Shay's Wellness Club. They might want to join. They might need the motivation and inspiration. I am on all social media, Shay Cuts, And I hope you have a wonderful week. Have a great week. Love you guys. Bye. Oh.